Hey, this is Brian Lane from CrowdScribed, joined by Callie Ferguson, also of CrowdScribed. And today we're going to talk about ways that CrowdScribed authors can get support for their books. So, Callie, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So today we're talking about authors who have approved and active books on CrowdScribed. They're in their 90-day funding period. And I just want to help by giving 5 ways that authors can raise support for their books. And I'm not an expert at this stuff, but I have written a few books that have self-published, actually sold 5,000 copies of one of them, so you can be impressed by that, or not. Not an expert, but I have a little bit of experience. So, all right, here we go. Number 1, don't be afraid to ask friends and family for support. This is something that I ran across. I didn't want to tell a lot of my friends and family about my first book because it was about blogging, and many of them didn't blog. But then when I started talking about it, a lot of them ended up buying the book, even though they weren't bloggers, which was nice of them. But I think you'd be surprised. Sometimes as authors, especially if it's not our full-time gig, we're hesitant to put ourselves out there, hesitant to put our book out there because we don't know what people are going to think. But your friends and family are just dying to support you. And so I think you'd be surprised. Definitely get the word out to them.
Okay, so what is the second way to get support?
Okay, so number 2, have an active presence on social media, which that's not really profound or new. I mean, it's 2013. Everybody knows about Google Plus and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram and whatever else is out there. But you gotta have an active presence there. You gotta share about stuff. Not only you share about your stuff, but engage your network and ask them to also share about your stuff. You might be worried about oversharing, but I've heard it said that about the time that you think people are getting annoyed by you, they're probably just starting to notice you. Because it's a real noisy world. There's lots of stuff out there. So don't be afraid to overshare about your book project on social media. I'd rather overshare than have nobody hear about it at all.
And actually, CrowdScribed makes it easy to share your book on social media by giving you links to Facebook and Twitter right in your book's goal counter.
That's right, they do. And that actually leads me to number 3, because also on your CrowdScribed book page is an update section at the bottom of the page, and that is a great place for you to provide updates about your book. Your book is already a completed manuscript when it gets onto CrowdScribed, but you can share teasers about maybe some stuff in the book that's not in the 3 sample chapters that are posted. And you don't even have to put updates about the book either. You can put updates about yourself. People kind of want to know more about you as an author. So share about your favorite books, share about your favorite authors, share about your favorite dish at your favorite restaurant, like whatever. Just get more and more stuff about yourself on there because those are going to be connection points for people. And then down the road, when you're in the middle and end of your funding goal period, you'll have maybe 10 or 12 updates on there that people will say, oh wow, this guy or this woman is really engaged with people. She's keeping this page updated, and so that's only going to, I think, help people want to support you.
And you can upload videos about your book or new cover art, so don't be afraid to put different types of media in that section either.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, point number 4, engage readers in the comment section of your CrowdScribed book page. So you get that comment section at the bottom, and anytime somebody leaves you a comment, you're going to get a notification about that. So definitely respond, whether it's a question, a compliment, or a criticism, whatever it is, respond graciously, hopefully. Because other people are going to see that you're interacting with your readers, and they're probably going to be compelled then to ask you a question as well. So definitely take advantage of that comment section, respond to everything down there.
And do you think it's a good idea to ask readers questions in the comment section?
Yeah, definitely. And I think actually that's a good idea. Maybe the first comment should be you as an author putting a question out there. You can compel people to answer it and get some comments, and then it looks good that you don't have 0 comments down there if you put the first one. So that's a great tip.
So, what is the last way to get support?
Okay, so the last idea is to use the blogs. And if you've got a blog as an author, then definitely you want to use that. You want to talk about your book as much as possible. You want to push people to CrowdScribe, push people to the book page. I think that's a no-brainer. But even if you don't have a blog, I think it's a great idea to try to get other bloggers to talk about you and to talk about your book project. Look inside your network. If you've got friends and peers who are bloggers, ask them if maybe they can interview you on video or just 1 to 3 questions. You can written out as well, because bloggers are always, most of them are dying for content. So probably they'd be willing to help you. I think you'd be surprised. And even maybe go outside your network, look at writing blogs, look at publishing blogs, blogs about the topic that your book is about. And again, ask them if they want to interview you or highlight your book. I think that's another way. It's a win for you because it's publicity for you, and it's a win for them because it's helpful content that they can post too. So that would be the last thing.
Cool. So if you could sum up all of these 5 points into just one word, what would that word be?
I would say the word would be engagement. I think that runs through all 5 of them. It's putting yourself out there, putting your book out there, maybe getting out of your comfort zone a little bit and doing that, and then listening as well. And when people have comments, when they want to respond to you, engaging them in dialogue. So I think engagement would be the word. So yeah, those are 5 ways that you as an author can raise support for your book on CrowdScribed, and hope that helps. Callie, thanks for your help.
Thanks for having me. I feel so informed.
You should.